Hey guys, welcome back to our beginner series, and today we're going to be going over how to stow your brakes. It's pretty simple, but there are a couple of key things you need to make sure you get right. So, let's get into it. Rightio, with our canopy laid out on the ground like this, we're going to start by pulling our brake line through. So, key thing here is we want to make sure we get this eyelet, this cat's eye, below our guide ring on the riser, okay? Very important. So we're going to get that below, like that. And then we're going to take our toggle, and we can see we have the tab here, and we want to put that through the eyelet, and now we're going to want to tuck that into the tuck tab here on the riser. So we're going to tuck that in nice and tight, just like that. We can give the brake line a little pull just to make sure it sets in there, and then we want to make sure our toggle is also set in the lower keeper right here. So we're going to slide that in, lock that off. So that is basically our toggle stowed. A couple key things now what we want to do. This excess, this can't stay out. There's going to be some people who don't bother. We highly advise against that. This is now a snag point or a rat point. This can catch onto your rig, maybe a slider stow or something similar like that. So we definitely want to make sure that we take this and we stow it away, okay? Every set of risers has a stowing tab at the back, or a stowing strap. Okay, what you want to make sure you do is use it. It's there for a reason, okay? It gets this nice and safely out of the way. So that's basically us stowing our toggle. The key things are, remember, we want to make sure that eyelet goes below the guide ring, okay? And that we're stowing our excess, and also that our tab at the top of our toggle is tucked away nice and tightly and as far in as it can go. And also that the bottom tab down here is also tucked in all the way as far as it can go. And now we have a nice secure brake that's not going to fire anything during deployment. So here's an example of the eyelet being done above the guide ring. Okay, so basically what this means is when all this pressure's on here, it's going to be going straight into the stitch here for the top of our toggle housing, okay? So that is not designed to take that pressure. That's why we need to make sure, like we've done on this one, that the eyelet is below the guide ring. So now when we see, we give that a good pull, all that pressure and all that tension is being taken by the guide ring. That's what it's there for, okay? If we do this, there is a chance that this can all rip apart and we can have a brake fire, okay? And we definitely don't want that on our opening. Okay guys, another couple of things just to quickly go over. Here we can see the way we've set the brake, that the brake line is coming on the inside of the riser, okay? And on this one, we've got it set on the outside. Now, what we want to point out here is you're going to be on a drop zone and people are going to tell you one way or the other way. Ultimately, they're both going to do the same thing. They each have their minor pros and cons, but when it comes down to it, these are both going to work and these are both fine for you to jump. Nothing wrong with the middle. There we go guys, so that was how to stow your brakes. It's pretty simple, but there are a few key things you want to make sure you get right. And if you do have any questions or you're not sure when you're doing it, just make sure you ask an experienced jumper, an instructor, or a rigger on your drop zone, and they'll be sure to set you right. Until next time, be safe and have fun.